Hi everyone, I'm Cindy Barron and I'm going to give you a tip to my ugly brushes. Now, I make a joke that most companies, I do not ask for brush sponsorships, and the reason why is I like to mutilate brushes. So I'm not going to give you the brands, but I am going to tell you on what I do to get the brushes to Cindy's ugly brush line. So you can see several of them here. This one is a new one, and this one has become ugly. This one is a new one. This one has become perfect ugly. So there's different levels of ugly. These were once beautiful brushes, and they now each have about 3 or 4 hairs left on them. Love them for the ending. This is another one of my favorite brushes, a new one, and the ugly one. And I love this, especially when doing trees. And you'll see, as I go through my demos, that you'll see what the frayed ends will do. This one is my go-to brushes for everything. It looked like this. Now it looks like these. One's a little stiffer than the other, and they're each for different purposes. But to get these brushes to the ugly shape, sometimes I'll use a brick. I have a brick fireplace, and what I'll go is I'll just scrub the brush on the brick just to fray the ends. Now, I do have nice ones that I need to use, but this is how I shape my brushes to do what I need them to do. These are just plain 99-cent brushes, and what I have done here is I have actually taken hair cutting scissors, and what I do is I cut into the bristles, and it just removes just some of the hairs. And I do that too. I have different levels of these brushes that I have cut into, and each one has a purpose. So this, whatever I'm trying to do, grasses or trees or limbs, it depends on how much hair I remove out of the brushes. Let's talk about these brushes. They're very inexpensive. I can get them at Jerry's. I'm not going to give you the name because, once again, I like to mutilate everyone's brushes. So I'm going to demonstrate how I make this brush look like this brush. So I'm taking hair cutting scissors. The reason why I prefer hair cutting scissors is because you trust it with your own hair, trust it with your brush. So what I'm going to do is just start to clip out the hairs. And I'll do this as much as I need for what type of technique I want in my paintings. So I just will do this for as long as I can. I cut right down to the metal, and I'm going back and forth, making very random cuts, because I'm a painter that can be perfect. This has allowed me to not be perfect. That's why I do this. Well, I should say I like to make perfect brush strokes. This allows me to not make perfect brush strokes. And this will get even better when I fray it against a brick. And what it does is just makes the ends soft and not so chiseled. So now you can see, and I'm just going back and forth of how I'm cutting the hairs out. And this is going to be, now you can see, I just pull out the rest, and now you can see how I'm turning those. And they're different, everything's random, but the same type of brush, and I just fray them, and these will make great grasses or limbs on a tree, depending on how you make your brush stroke. So that is my ugly brush tip for the day. I hope you have fun. Don't invest too much in your brushes. You want to go and explore some of the more inexpensive ones, and just play with them. You're going to find they'll do nice little techniques. As you watch a demo, you'll see how I use them.